Hi guys, this is Tracy from Lavinia Stamps and welcome to another demonstration today. We're going to be using some masking sheets. For those of you who haven't used masking sheets, they're absolutely ideal. If you're creating a really nice colourful background and you've got a three-dimensional stamp and you want it to be clear, then a masking sheet is great for that. My three-dimensional stamp today is going to be the Toadstool, so I would simply ink that up and then stamp it onto the rough side. So we've got a rough side and a shiny side, so always remember to stamp it on the rough side. Then we cut it out like I have here. Now there are lots of little bits, lots of little dots around the mushroom. I'm not too fussed about that, so I've cut those off. And then when you peel that off, this side is sticky and we're going to pop that down on our multifarious card. It's far easier for me to show you than to explain. So what's good about this as well is it's repositionable. So if you stick it in the wrong place, you can just peel it back off and move it. And that does mean you can use it a few times. So I'm going to place that down on my card. So just give that a smooth over. So now I can colour over the top of that, whatever colour I like, and then when I peel that off, I will stamp in that position there, which will give me a really nice, clear, sharp image. I'm going to pick a couple of colours. So I've got lime pinch and I've got pines. So simply go over the top. And now I'm going to go with the pine, which is a little bit darker. I'm going to bring in a little bit of grey as well, just down the bottom here. Now we can always add a little bit more as we go along, but in the meantime I'm going to start using some foliage and just stamping. So I've got a couple of our VersaFines here. This is Warm Breeze. Now if you haven't got these particular foliage, don't worry, you can use other ones that you've got. We'll go with the Golden Meadow for this. So inking up the fern. Then we've got our smaller fern. I'm going to do that on that side. We've got another little floral stamp here as well. And this time I'm going to ink up in the Glamorous. Just bring in a little bit of colour down here. Okay. I'm going to pop this stencil over the top as well, just to very subtle, add a little bit of, I've got even a darker green again, this is olive, and all I'm going to do, just ever so lightly, and all it's going to do is just bring me a little bit of texture into the background. Surprising how light you can be with these and you still get that lovely pattern coming through. So you really don't need to put much on at all. There we go. I'm needing a verse to go down the side here. So let's just grab Golden Meadow. I'm going to ink up this verse. Just want it very much in the background. So now all I'm going to do is just peel off our mask. I'm going to pop that on my sheet, that can be used again. And now I'm going to ink my toadstool up in the Nocturne. Okay, and now the slightly tricky bit, I'm going to line that up the best that I can. Don't worry if you've got gaps around the mushroom, or if you're just a little bit skew off centre. We can just use our pencils just to colour in any areas. Just giving that a really good press, because I want all that lovely detail to come out. Okay, and there we go, that's not bad. So we've got our watercolour pencils here. And I'm going to go in with the grey to start with. Darken this down at the bottom here. It's too stark. And then I'll just bring a little bit of shadowing at the side there. The shading's already done for you really, so you're just going over the top of that. I've got a little bit of a white line going on underneath there as well, so I'm just going along the edge of that. And now let's pick red. And I'm going around the little spots there. I'm going to try and keep those white. But we'll see at the end. I might colour them either white or yellow, we'll see. Don't worry too much about any lines. As I say, the brush, when you add the water, that will all smooth over. And add a little bit more depth down with colour down on the one side. Keep this centre here a bit lighter. Looking for a green, there we go. And we'll colour the flowers in, I think, using the Posca pen after. I'm going to bring in a little bit of black as well down here, just to make it blend, to look like it's actually sitting in the ground as opposed to just sort of plonked on. So just add darker colour down at the base here. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of water down here, and I've got my fine paintbrush, and I'm just going to start bringing that, just comes to life literally with a little bit of water. Don't worry too much if you lose your flowers. I'm losing a couple there. We're going to go over the top with the Posca pens anyway, so as I say, don't worry about that. I do love these pencils. When you add the water, everything just irons out and looks so smooth. I'm going to go back to my darker pencil, just bring in a little bit more depth at the sides here, just to make it stand out a little bit more. Just feel like it's getting a little bit lost amongst the green, just by bringing that little bit of black around the edge. Go back to my paintbrush, a little bit of water. Just take your time with it, just enjoy colouring in. Actually very therapeutic. So just bring a little bit of the black under the cap of the mushroom as well. Okay, I am going to stop there and pop the pencils to the side, and now I'm going to bring in a few of the Posca pens and have a little play with those. I think we'll go with a little bit of gold for the flowers actually. So this is one of our metallics. Just going to go around. Now you probably can't see that, but it looks very effective close up. I'm going to go with a bit of the yellow as well. So we've got yellow and gold, and you can see how that's just pulling those lovely flowers out just by going around the edge. And we'll just put a few little dots in as well. This is another fabulous colour as well. And I think, what do you reckon? Yellow? I quite like the yellow. Let's go with yellow. And then let's put the lights on in our little house. I've got a few words here. I'm going to pop those down as well. I'm going to ink up in Warm Breeze. And I'm going to pop down a little bit of Faith. And I'm going to pop down a little bit of Hope, and something very, very important, a little bit of Happiness. There we go. I might just add a little tiny bit of glitter. And we shall go with the holographic. And there we have it. Okay guys, so that's just another way to create a background using your masking sheets. So something a little bit different again. And I hope it's inspired you to have a go yourselves. Thank you so much for joining me again today. You take care. Bye for now.